Happy Wednesday. 9 News meteorologist Lauren Robinson here with your virtual forecast, and we're going to look forward to some storms in the next few days, especially strong across the plains, pretty hit or miss around the Front Range, then scattered and less intense across the high country. So let's go ahead and start with a live look over downtown Denver, where we do have another hot afternoon ahead. We're not going to get into the triple digits like we did yesterday, but 90s is still very hot. Live look over downtown Denver, a good mix of sun and clouds there, only partly cloudy at DIA, 81 degrees right now. We're looking for winds coming in from the south at around 8 miles per hour. Temperatures all across the Front Range and Eastern Plains, mostly in the 80s, but climbing into the 90s, 60s and 70s up in the mountains, and then more 80s across the western slope. And then as we take a look at our air quality alerts, we've been having repeat ozone action days across the urban corridor, very typical for this time of year in this area. But what we have added to that down south, that's going to be Pueblo and Custer counties. We do have an air quality alert for wildfire smoke until tomorrow morning, so we're going to watch for increased levels of wildfire smoke there. Again, if you're someone with respiratory sensitivities, you might need to limit your time outside in either of these brown shaded areas. As we monitor our HD Doppler radar, it's still early in the day, so not a whole lot of storm activity. We're going to watch for more scattered showers across the high country in the early afternoon hours, isolated thunder showers across the Front Range, and then some late storms across the eastern plains. As far as severity goes, the eastern plains under a slight risk for severe weather. That's a level 2 out of 5. These areas we're looking for some very damaging to gusty winds, maybe around 60 miles per hour or so. We're also looking for small to moderate size hail this afternoon into this evening across the eastern plains. Quick bursts of heavy downpours, of course, lots of lightning and thunder. The Front Range, especially the I-25 corridor there, we're under just a marginal risk for severe weather. So that means any storms that pop up across the green area likely to be less intense. We're just looking for mostly a quick downpour, lightning and thunder, then maybe some gusty winds, small hail. As we take a look at our futurecast, we go through the rest of the afternoon to plan this for you. By around 5 o'clock, those scattered showers from the high country start to move into the Front Range. You can see they're extremely isolated, and then some spotty storms across the central and northern portions of the eastern plains as we go into the late night hours. And then by even 10 o'clock this evening, we're still looking for some of those storms to be hanging out across the northeastern plains before finally making their way into the Nebraska Panhandle. By tomorrow morning, those storms finally making their way eastward. We're going to wake up to quite a bit of sunshine across most of the Front Range. And then we'll look for another afternoon round of those summertime storms where they're more scattered across the high country and into the western slope. We could even see some strong storms out west where you're looking at those brighter colors there. Meanwhile, just some light showers across the Palmer Divide area in the Front Range. And then we're looking for more scattered showers to isolated storms tomorrow afternoon through tomorrow evening. Again, those strongest storms near the Nebraska Panhandle there before all of those storms move their way eastward into Nebraska and Kansas. So the slight risk for tomorrow still mostly across the northern plains into portions of the central plains there. That's where we're going to look for the strongest storm, the biggest hail, the gustiest winds, and then the rest of the state, the entire rest of the state, under just a marginal risk for severe weather. So that means most of our showers tomorrow, we're looking for more of a thunder shower versus a heavy storm. So we're going to look for quick downpours, maybe some gusty winds, lightning and thunder, and then maybe some small accumulating hail. We're not looking for huge, strong storms tomorrow afternoon until those storms move far eastward. Overnight, we're pretty mild, upper 50s, lower to middle 60s across the Front Range and Eastern Plains, 40s and 50s up in the mountains, more 60s across the western slope. And then tomorrow afternoon, we continue to see a stretch of hot weather through the area. We stay in the 90s for most of the Front Range and Eastern Plains, which is still above average, even though it's not quite as hot as the 100-degree high we saw yesterday, but still above average, still very hot. We could still see some triple digits to the south, maybe 100 tomorrow afternoon in Pueblo and in Lamar. High country seeing those 70s and the more 80s out west. So we're going to watch for those temperatures in the low 90s today. Low 90s stick around Thursday and Friday. We're looking for those scattered afternoon showers and isolated storms. By Saturday, temperatures drop just a bit. We're in the middle low 80s by Saturday afternoon. Smaller storm chances there, and then we warm right back up. We're only cooler for one day. We're back in the middle 90s by Sunday. Slight storm chances continue, and then we start to dry out toward the middle of next week with those highs in the middle 90s. Lots of sunshine and mostly drier weather ahead. So for the next few days, you definitely want to stay weather aware, especially if you're in the plains. That's where we're going to look for the strongest storms today, tomorrow, and even into Friday. Across the Front Range, we're looking for more scattered showers to thunder showers, and the same goes for the high country. So we will have an updated forecast for you on 9 News at noon. I'll be here, and then we'll also have more forecasts for you at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 this evening. And if you can't catch us on air, you can always watch us online at 9news.com and on the 9 News mobile app. Have a good day.